time to catch a movie. Some of the new releases this week have some good choices that you could watch with your mom. Richard Roeper is here to let us know what to watch this weekend, what is worth it and what is not. Let's start with The Sheep Detective.
Okay, so Marion, this is really interesting. Hugh Jackman stars as this shepherd, right, in this English village, and every night he reads mystery novels to his flock. What he doesn't understand is they can actually understand him. He just hears them going, bah. So then he gets murdered, spoiler alert, and they become actual sheep detectives solving the crime. And I know that sounds like you got to kind of take, you know, kind of just go with this, but it's so beautifully done, so wonderfully shot. You have a lot of supporting players who are really funny and good, Emma Thompson, and then you have other actors voicing the sheep as the adventure goes on. So yes, there's some tragedy and loss in here, but this is actually very family friendly. And if you look back, Mary, you think about it, all those Disney movies, somebody was always getting bumped off at the beginning of the story, right?
Exactly.
You know, they would always start with a little bit of tragedy and then you'd get this inspirational story. So I love this film. And you know, we talk about mom movies. That's a compliment. It means you can watch it with your mom, or mothers and fathers can watch them with their children. When we say family friendly, it doesn't mean that it's just corny and cheesy and simple. This actually is pretty complex and just gorgeously rendered.
I can't wait to see that one. That's one of my picks, actually. It reminds me like a Babe, you know, when you fell in love with the little pig.
It's Babe meets Knives Out, basically. So there you go.
I like it. I like both of those movies.
Exactly.
All right, next up we're talking about The Remarkably Bright Creatures. This was a best-selling book. Adaptations sometimes go well, sometimes don't go so well.
There's a lot of, you know, investment emotionally by the reader. So Shelby Van Pelt is actually a Chicago author, wrote this huge bestseller. Now they have adapted it into a film. This also has a great animal element. In this case, it's an octopus who narrates the story. But Marion, this is actually kind of what they call magical realism, because yes, the octopus narrates the story, but everything else is grounded in a reality. And the great Sally Field plays a woman who's been dealing with grief for about 30 years, but never really confronting and embracing the grief. And then Marcellus, the octopus, giant Pacific octopus, you know, they only live to be about 3 or 4 years, so he's kind of going on his own life journey. And then Lewis Pullman plays this mysterious stranger who comes into town. So this one, it has a little bit of similarity of tone to Sheep Detectives, but it's deeper, it's heavier. I think it's the kind of film that actually could get some award nominations because, first of all, Sally Field, two-time Oscar winner. But this is also one you need to keep the tissues close by as you're watching this. There are some twists that are just wonderfully done. This is a movie that really gets you to think afterward and reflect. I love this film. It's one of my favorite movies of the year.
Oh, wow. That says a lot, Richard, because you see
I see all of them.
A lot of movies.
All of them plus one. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I'm going to check that one out. And last up, we have a film premiere coming up in LA on Sunday, Hecla, and this is got a Chicago connect. It's actually opening here.
It's going to be at the Music Box. It's called Hecla. That's the name of the title character, who's played by Elizabeth Stam. And this is a film that's set in Chicago, made in Chicago, and it's really cool. Marianne, what I like about this is the director-writer, Michael Glover Smith. This is a love letter to the actors out there who are talented but struggling, the grind of it. You know, so it's one day in the life of one actress. You got to take buses, you got to take meetings, you got to do auditions. And I think sometimes when we think about actors, there's scenes at the Goodman Theater there, we think about, oh, the pampered lives, the easy life. But for 99% of actors, artists, musicians, painters, it's a grind.
They're hustling.
And they're usually working side jobs. And this is all about that. And then in the middle of that, you have to do Shakespeare. So it's the life you chose, but it's a tribute to that. It's also, I love these movies that go into different neighborhoods. Yes, we're in the Loop, but we go to Rogers Park, we go to Wicker Park, we go to, you know, you'll say, I know that bar, I know that restaurant. So a real Chicago gem. It's called Hecla, premiering at the Music Box this Sunday, and then look for it down the road and maybe playing at some other theaters and venues as well. Really good stuff this week.
I know we got 3 good to see, worth your time.
I come bearing good news. Not always, but this week I do.